Storytellers podcast. I'm Dave Matter and joined today by our hosts,
Loretta Jones,
and
producer Steve.
Producer Steve Sowers. We are live from Mizzou Arena, the Bowers Carroll Alumni game. Third, I don't think we say annual because we don't have it every year.
Third edition.
Third edition volume is about to tip off. And we have an incredibly special guest with us, the one and only Doug Smith. One of the all-time greats. I will make the case the all-time great.
Absolutely.
Of Mizzou basketball.
Before his time.
Wait a minute. You're putting a lot of pressure on me.
That's a lot of pressure. Well, when your jersey hangs from the rafters, you are in an esteemed place in Mizzou history. So, Doug, thank you for being here.
No problem.
And I'm sure the fans will be excited to see you out here. Tell us about where you are these days, what you're up to.
I'm in Queen Creek, Arizona. I'm in a classroom, a special needs classroom out there. I've been there for 7 years doing that, just helping give back to some of our special needs kids.
Awesome. That's great. Well, we see you around here every once in a while. It's always a special time when you are here. When you, obviously you didn't play in this building, but when you come back to Columbia and you look up and see your jersey up there, see some of your teammates up there, like what comes to mind when you think of your days playing for Mizzou basketball?
Columbia is a wonderful place to be. I mean, it was my second home away from home. Like I said, took 1987, they took a chance on a young man from Detroit, Michigan to come here, and I just tried to come in and give the fans the best of me and the both of best worlds with basketball and running the town.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we had Lawrence on the podcast the other day, and we were talking about how you were well before your time. Like
yeah.
You were a player before that player existed.
Well, yeah, that was old school basketball where you weren't supposed to step out and shoot shots from long distance and all of those things. I wish I was playing now, but it was just, I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, Columbia, like I said, the university has been wonderful and great to me, so I'm very thankful.
You know, when doing research, when I was just getting some facts together for everybody that was going to be here, so you were 6th overall pick in the 1991 NBA draft. Do you feel like you should have gone ahead of Dikembe Mutombo?
Well,
it's
it's funny you say that because I did visit with Denver, and Denver needed a center at the time, so my position really wasn't center, but I was capable of playing center.
Yeah.
But the draft was the draft. It was a great group of overall guys in 91, so I think it was a pretty good draft. But at the end of the day, I mean, I went where I was supposed to go, and I had a great time doing it.
Yeah, that's great.
Doug, did you have the green light from Coach Stewart to shoot wherever you wanted to?
I don't know about the green light. I mean, maybe yellowish, maybe a little bit. But no, we had a great team. We had great teams over my 4 years that we were here. When I say great, I mean we had guys that were capable of putting the ball in the basket. My senior year, we had all those 8 freshmen come in, so that was a special time with Melvin, Javon, and Reggie Smith, and Buck Grimm, and all of those guys. Was a tremendous honor to play with those guys and have a good time. So I did the best of it and had a great time doing it.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your projection today? How many points for the great Doug Smith?
Probably none because it's gonna be hard to score from the bench. You see what I'm saying?
Well, one of my favorite stories that I've been telling people is that 3 years ago when you came in for this game, when I met you, that was right when Dennis Gates had just started. So we did a big alumni event. We all went down to the locker room so everybody could sign the court wall. And I came out to see who all was still here to take them upstairs. And you were out here in full dress clothes, dress shoes and everything, just draining 3 after 3 after 3.
Well, that was my post-retirement day. So I don't know about that, but it's just going to be just hopefully everybody can come out here and have a good time and have the fans be energized and no one get injured and anything like that. So that's my goal. My goal is to maybe walk up the court a couple of times and go, "Mom, I have a seat," and cheer the guys on.
Okay, well, the light is all green today. I don't know if Coach who's
Wide
the coach
open.
of the Coach Bowers?
Mike Alden.
Mike Alden.
I think we can have Gary Pinkle. So
Oh, you have Gary? Okay.
Okay, you got
Coach
Gary.
Pinkle likes to score. So I
Okay.
think,
Oh, yeah, they're out on the
we,
court now,
we
too,
may
yeah.
have the green light. We just we'll get the ball to Maclin and Josie here.
Okay,
and we'll see what we
okay,
can
that's
do.
always a good call. There we go.
Yeah.
What's up, Henry? We're gonna get you on here as a guest too.
I know. We're
Look at
live.
this.
You're
We're live.
coming up soon. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
live right now.
That's the beauty of live podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, people just
old
popping
pros
in. Now
here.
That's fine.
producer Steve.
Yeah, so on our podcast, we usually have photos of Mizzou Storytellers come on and do something. So I'm a nerd, and those are from when I was a little kid. So we'll
look at
use
this.
$20 a card.
Yeah, NIL. Come on, Doug didn't get to experience NIL.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we'll put those as part of the podcast or in my basement.
No problem.
No. No, your highlights. Has anybody talked to you about your highlights when you were in college? Because those hold up.
Oh yeah.
As like those could be highlights from right now because your game was so ahead of its time in terms of your size, your physicality, and just your speed and stuff like that. Have you ever kind of like thought, man, I was a guy? You know, I was a
Not
dude.
really. I do have some conversations with buddies about how the game, the NBA game now and the college game it's wide open now.
Yeah.
My day, it was pretty much you get down on the box and play with your back to the basket, and I think that's what's missing a little bit in today's game.
True.
Yeah.
But but basketball has grown so much. It's almost it's global, so it's up and down, fast paced, and that's fun as well. But sometimes when you just need a basket, you need to go down there and get it off that block right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch these NBA finals now, the Pacers and the Thunder, and I could a vintage Doug Smith would have fit in just fine
Oh,
out there.
absolutely.
Playing a stretch five,
I would love to be playing.
blocking shots,
I would love to be playing.
shooting
right now.
threes.
Definitely. And you talk about the green light. Everybody has the green
Oh,
light.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody.
True.
That'd
Even
be-
some that should probably get the red light. Yeah.
that's what makes it fun.
You can't score if you don't shoot.
That's right.
For sure.
That's right.
All right, Doug. Well, I think they want everyone to start stretching. So not that you need to, but it might.
I'm gonna stretch right on that bench. I'm telling you. Right over there. I'm gonna be
Do
stretched.
some chair
I'll be
stretches.
stretched out right there. It's like, hey, tell her, hey,
Get back! Get back! Play some D. Come on.
Exactly.
Well, Doug, this was a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you so
It's
much.
always, but thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
It's always a blast to be in Columbia, and it brings back fond memories and good old times.
For sure, for sure. Well, best of luck in Arizona, and don't be a stranger around here.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
All right.
How about that? We
Yeah.
we just tip off with somebody whose jersey's hanging from the rafters. Not bad, huh?
That's
Set
that's
a
pretty
high
good start.
bar.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. I just sent Brock to find our next guest. It's like a mystery guest. It's like a grab bag.
The great Brock Webb, a former guest host of Mizzou Storytellers, is playing Gopher today and getting our guest over here lined up.
I do, and I told him, I gave him the script, and I said, just grab any of these guys and just let us know.
Yeah,
So
we can ad-lib. Shout out to the great Henry Josie for just interrupting our interview.
I love that.
How about that?
I love that so much. And a
No,
shout out
it's
to
all
Coach
good.
Dickie Nutt over here.
Yeah,
Happy belated
check.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, look what we got. We got a big man
Oh,
here.
yes.
We got the Mr. Evander Ziggy Hood joining us.
Hey.
All right.
Did Doug sign those cards?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah,
he
that's
did.
so exciting.
Do you want us to get him before Ziggy steals him?
No, Ziggy's not going to
No,
steal him. He's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
man.
I'm
Everybody
about to
else
take them to sell them.
Yeah, everybody
How
else
about
that comes
that?
up can just look how awesome they are.
Oh, we got
you know?
Truman.
Oh, look at
Truman
that.
and Ziggy. Look at
Oh,
this.
yeah, look at this. Wherever the camera's at, put us on.
This one's right here. This is your camera.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ziggy. So we are live. This is our Mizzou Storytellers podcast. We get guests once a week from all walks of Mizzou athletics, and a special occasion to get some of our great former student athletes, and you're, of course, one of those. Tell us about where you are right now. You are in Texas, is that right? What part?
Currently,
Are you back in West Texas?
Back in West Texas at my old high school, Power Duro, coaching defensive line, and just really yelling at the kids. But I also teach biology as well, so I'm also trying to expand their minds when it comes to living of life.
Sure.
Is it nice to be on the other side of the sideline now?
A little bit. The hours are long, and
Yeah.
I'm like, man, goodness, we wake up at 6 o'clock, get kids in around 7. We ain't walking out the building until about 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
It appears you're still finding time for the weight room, so
Absolutely. But then again, I'm surrounded by a bunch of guys that love to lift. Not only that, we do like these little small powerlifting meets, and
Yeah.
it gives me some motivation to do.
there you
Yeah.
go.
And then again, when you're in there with a bunch of high school kids, they want to try you, so you got to be ready
Yeah.
any given time. So.
Yeah. So like a handful of our guys here today, you enjoyed a really nice NFL career. When you think back to your time, a lot of that in Pittsburgh, what do you reflect on? What stands out about your experience in the NFL?
You know what? The best times I had was in the locker room with the guys, and
Yeah.
we were just cutting up, laughing, or watching them play ping pong, pool, and seeing grown men argue over some of the lightest, smallest things in the world. And those are the times that I miss, because it's that interaction you have with the guys and that livelihood. Because, don't get me wrong, playing the game and, going out there in the arena and being, gladiators. But that locker room and being with guys and hearing stories from different well, like you said, different parks, walks of life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun to be around with.
Yeah.
So
That's
we just had Doug Smith on here. He was a first-round NBA pick. You were a first-round NFL pick. How did your life change that day?
Well, really, everything came into play from that point. All the hard work from getting up in the morning, winter conditioning, weights with Pat Ivory and his staff, putting the work out here with the guys, with Chase Daniels, and everybody that, I came in, in the 05 class, and just to see all that come into play. Not only that gives my hat off, or I tip my hat off to my mom and dad for, the support and love. And not only that, from all my coaches from high school, it was able to allow me to grow and, become a man. And not only that, push me to where I am today. So
That's awesome.
Cool.
You weren't the most celebrated prospect when you got here, but you made yourself into an all Big 12 player, a first-round prospect. What was your experience like as a player here in developing in Coach Pinkel's program to become the guy you became?
I mean, like I said, wasn't the most celebrated, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's all right. So, because hopefully I left a good mark when I left. And not only that, I guess it kept you humble as well. But, I mean, I can't complain. I had a real good time. And so from growing up at the Stafford dorms and then able to walk from there to get all the way over here, I mean, just for work. I mean, like I said, I felt good, and God blessed I was able to, have a NFL career. Not only that, be around a bunch of friends and that I can come back and share stories with.
Yeah, you were part of some really special teams, obviously, and really changed the way I think the country looked at Mizzou football. What do you think about the legacy of your era? You talk about guys like Chase Kaufman's here, J-Mac and Lorenzo Williams and Spoon and all those guys. Like, you really changed the whole trajectory of this program.
You know what? I tell people that at one point in time we was number 1 ranked in the country until we got whooped by OU, I think, the following week. But
I still think that's Bush.
Yeah.
The only we played one extra game.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry.
Oh yeah. I think we were tired from the week before. But like I said, I mean, but not too many people say they can. They had a Heisman candidate on the team, and that's awesome right there. And, I tell people that all the time. I knew Chase Daniels. I was playing with him and everything. We shared the same dorms. I caught rides with him and everything. Or All-American Jeremy Maclin. And, guys like Spoon and everybody else. I mean, we had a great time, and we had great teams here. All 4 years. We went to all 4 years bowl games. I think we ended up losing one my sophomore year at the Sun Bowl. Hey, but I got to see Rihanna when she first came out. So
I tell people that all the time.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. I say, Rihanna was there, and I got to see it. Well, she didn't see me. She probably didn't know who I was anyway. But other than that, man, like I said, I had my great 4 years here. And I'm blessed to be, surrounded by, all my teammates that I shared with. So.
And that group is different. Spending time with a lot of them, you guys really are close. And
Absolutely.
the way that you talk about each other is different than a lot of other guys talking about their teammates from that time. And I think it is because, like Dave said, you guys really changed the trajectory of this program. Like you paved the way for what it is today.
Yeah. I think my second or third year, I think when Mizzou made that transition from the Big 12 to the SEC, it was a shocker. And then so I was here with, a bunch of guys on the sideline. I think when they won that one game, they needed to go to the SEC championship for the first time. I don't know if that was 2013 or 2014.
13, yeah.
13. I think that was the year. Man, it was a magical moment. I was like, man, I've never seen Columbia like that other than beating KU when they came down there. Be electrified, something like that. So.
Yeah.
I even took a piece of the rock when leaving. So.
Oh, there you go.
Absolutely.
You earned it.
So, on to present matters, what's your game like? You ready to score about 35 today? What are you thinking?
I'm ready to give you a good hard 5 to 10 minutes. Hopefully my knees don't buckle. And if I'm sitting on the sideline with bags of ice on my knees, I feel like I did like a LeBron James.
You're one of the young-ish players
Youngish,
here.
yeah.
I feel like as Lawrence gets older, he forgets to get younger players to come play.
Yeah, I know. Looking for the help. So.
Well, Ziggy, this was a lot of fun. We'll let you get out there and get warmed up.
Thank you.
But it's a pleasure. You're an awesome player, great person, and it's great to have you back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best. If I'm calling for help during the warm-up,
Dave's ready.
Hey,
Dave's ready.
I saw Chase Patton in the so
he's in crazy good shape.
Yeah. He needs to be in with me. So
thanks, Ziggy.
I appreciate you.
Take care.
You.
Dave, this is our job.
What's that?
We just get to talk
I know, it's pretty
to
fun,
all of
isn't
these
it?
amazing people.
It is. Go for it.
Yeah,
Go, Brock.
we'll
okay.
get somebody
I'm
next.
just impressed watching Brock Olivo go through his warm-up here.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, did you see him doing stairs to warm
Oh,
up?
yeah.
He's
It's like the
locked
old
in.
days.
Yeah.
He is. He doesn't do anything
There's no
halfway.
quit.
There's no halfway with Mr. Olivo, Coach Olivo.
Coach Olivo.
I love that they have strength coaches here running them in
I
warm-ups. If when I went and played in that volleyball tournament, if you had told me we'd had to do this, I would have laughed at you.
I'd be tired from the workout that they're doing right now.
Like this is the game, right?
This team's not shooting. They're just doing like cardio. So the other team down there is shooting.
But that would be me as Lawrence's team. I would just be taking shots.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm good, guys. I'll warm up as I play.
Okay, who's this guy? We're gonna have to.
Who's it?
Hold on. Where'd he go? All
Where'd
right. Here he is.
Oh, I don't know if we have it here.
A what?
He's got to spit out his gum.
Okay.
He also dropped off
Live-
his phone with me and asked me to watch it. For him.
Live podcasting.
Yeah, anything can happen live, everybody.
I love it. I'm here for it.
This is so cool. Let me tell you, 8-year-old Steve is just losing his damn mind.
How's
right
38-year-old Steve doing?
now. That was 3 years ago, so I'll call him here in a little bit. But no, you're always a kid. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped.
Excuse me.
There's a reason you hold on to these
Where's
things,
the
I
cough
guess,
button?
forever, right?
He went to go spit his gum out. I appreciate that he was thinking of us. He was
Look at
thinking.
Ziggy Hood. That guy is a monster.
I know. Nobody. And he teaches biology. Like.
Yeah. Well. Look at this. Okay.
All right.
Oh my gosh! One
think we
first
need to-
rounder after another.
Oh,
Same draft.
Who's the last one?
Ziggy.
Okay.
Same draft, right?
No stranger to podcasts either.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna take some notes from this guest because
I'm
he's
trying to learn
he's a
from y'all.
professional podcaster, Mr. Jeremy Maclin.
Yep.
Not many people here today can say their name is on the football stadium. Actually,
Well,
Coach
two
Pinkel,
guys here,
Coach
three
Pinkel
guys here
and Brock
today.
Olivo and Jeremy Maclin. There you go.
We got half
that's pretty
the
good.
bowl names. Yeah.
That's pretty good company right
Well, welcome home, Jeremy. We're asking everybody what they're up to these days. We know what you're up to, coaching in St. Louis, but why don't you just share with our listeners who may not know what you've been up to these days in St. Louis?
there. So I'm the head football coach at Kirkwood High School. Going into year 7 total.
You're 7.
Wow.
7.
Year 5 is the head guy.
In my head, you're still like 25, so I'm not sure how that happened.
Listen, I might look like it, but I don't feel like it. But no, it's been great. We were able to go to the semifinals last year, in 6A football in Missouri. So it's been a blast, and I'm still loving it like it's day one. So
That's
and,
awesome.
and a little bit bigger family now.
yeah, a little bit bigger family. Added a baby boy in December. He's a little over 6 months old, and he's got 2 beautiful older sisters to look up to. So yeah, I'm done though, for sure
Yep.
done, for sure
You
done.
guys are
So-
playing zone defense now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You got
for sure.
three.
It's not
Oh, yeah.
easy. We can attest to that.
Oh yeah. So
I tried really hard to convince him to name the boy, though, Jeremy Maclin III. But his wife informed me there can only be one Jeremy or the
Oh.
junior, but there can only be one Jeremy Maclin.
Well,
you know what?
There's only one.
it's a lot of pressure on the young man.
Only one.
I don't know what it is. I've never been a big junior guy.
Yeah.
I want somebody to carve out their own path.
Exactly. That's a lot of pressure on
Rut
young
just
man.
said that he's got 30 points in the game today.
Well, we haven't even started, so I don't know how that's possible.
I think that's.
He's
I,
also the one that said.
I think he was like Babe Ruth calling it.
Who?
He's also the one
Kevin
that said he
Ratliff.
had hoop
Oh.
dreams, and so I gotta take everything he says with a grain of salt.
Jeremy, you're no stranger here because you come back all the time now, and it's great to see you whenever you're here. You're busy on the weekends in the fall with your own team, but when you do come back and you get to reflect a little bit about your time here and your teammates and your coach, what comes to mind right away? What kind of memories?
Man, I mean, you get all the feels, right? You get all the feels. Like I said, I remember my first summer on campus, right? I didn't, a lot of kids came up and they took summer school, and I didn't take summer school. I was strictly focused on football and sleeping on Chase Daniel's futon, and kind of ready to get after it, man. So you just bring back all the feels. Clearly, you remember the games, you remember, the teams that you had, but most importantly, you remember the people and kind of how the place made you feel. And, anytime I get back, man, I went to CC's last night. Had some good food, and
There
went
you
to
go.
Ernie's today this morning. So, it's always good to get back, man, and just get back to, some of the things, man, that ultimately helped me become who I am today. So.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked with some of the guys before and people on the podcast with what it's like to make that transition from college to pro, and you did it earlier than most at a time when that wasn't super common. So how did that decision play out? Like, how did you decide this is the time, this is it, I'm going to do it now?
It was tough. You know, I didn't want to leave. You know, my press conference was emotional. I met with Coach Pinkel several times, and that's why that guy is always going to have the utmost respect. You know, from me, you know, he sat down and told me that, you know, if I was his son, he'd tell me to go to the draft. And I think that was a lot, you know, being one of your All-American players, and he has 2 more years of eligibility left, and you're saying, yo, like, if I'm you, I'd go, you know. And so I was able to leave as a redshirt sophomore, but I didn't want to leave. Like, there's no part of me that really wanted to. It was almost like I had to, you know. It was just NFL was my dream, and I was a first-round draft pick, and you know, I don't know how much higher your ceiling can go after that. You know, so I think that's a testament to, you know, this place, and ultimately Coach Pinkel, his staff, you know, some of my teammates, some of those guys still my best friends to this day. I'm forever grateful for what the University of Missouri did for me.
Yeah. I mean, we have 2 of our most recent College Football Hall of Fame inductees in the building. I think that's just so cool, and it speaks a lot to that program and what it's been able to do and what it means, and to see you guys come back and have smiles on your faces and everybody's acting like they didn't miss a beat.
So, Jeremy, who's next? Who do we get in next into the College Football Hall of Fame? Because we got kind of spoiled. We had back-to-back trips to Vegas for you and Coach Pinkel.
I was definitely spoiled.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I want to go back.
Who can we get in next?
You know, so criteria is what you have to have been a consensus, right?
Consensus.
Consensus. You had to have won a major award.
Okay.
I think one of our players today.
There's somebody here today that
I think
meets
I know
those
who we're
criteria.
talking about. Yeah, you know, I think he's about 6'6", 6'7", right?
Yeah.
Right in.
Yeah. He might be from Kansas City. He might not.
Won the Mackey Award, I believe. Fun story. When I was up for the Blitnikoff, Chase won the Mackey that year, and for whatever reason, the tight ends don't get to go down.
Yeah, that's right.
And I brought Chase with me.
Oh,
because
that's
it was kind of a cool little thing that we did, and you know, I felt like he won it, so he deserved to go. You know?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I mean, if there's anybody that deserves it, I mean, he does. I mean, there's much more like other people that deserve it, but
sure.
I mean, we all saw him play. We all saw what type of player he was. You know, he's special.
Yeah.
He's special. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to have both of you guys here. All right, what's your prediction for your output today on the
Gold,
court?
easily gold. I'm on team gold, right?
Yeah,
easily gold.
Who's your coach? Are you with Coach Pinkel?
I think you're.
Is it GP?
I think it's GP.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean,
well, Jeremy only knows how to win under GP.
I know. I didn't know if it was going to be a rare thing where you were actually going to go up against him and stuff like that.
You know what though? If I did, then he just have to lose. You know? But definitely gold. And you know what? I'm trying to debate on like how aggressive I'm going to be today. There's a chance I might not go inside of either 3-point line.
Okay.
But there's a chance I might go all out. We'll see, though.
I mean, that seems to be a common theme with a lot of guys.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's why I said I think we're going to see a whole bunch of 3-point shots and then no rebounds. We're just going to see the ball bounce out of bounds.
But I think the MVP award is waiting for the triple-double. So whoever
okay.
feeds the ball.
We're doing stats today.
Whoever gives the rock and, you know, gets a full game, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you got a lot of these basketball guys here, so
Yeah.
I mean,
also, look at Corby shoot a basketball. He shouldn't be on the basketball court. Right now. Hey, Corby.
He's got a little farmer tan going, too.
he does.
What type of jump shot is that?
Yeah, well, he's a quarterback. He was a running quarterback, remember?
Well, yeah, listen, those guys normally, I don't know, but he doesn't know how to shoot a ball. So.
Are you a point guard? Or are you going to be bringing the ball up?
I was a point guard.
Okay.
I played point guard in high school. So
Okay. Just
ran the show.
Don't try to go in the lane if Ziggy is in the paint.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
he's already telling people he's going to foul him. And Justin either wants to be fouled or wants to hard foul somebody as well. So I'm going to steer
Justin
clear.
Britt?
Yeah, he said he wants the boards, and so we told. I think everybody's going to stay out of the way.
Okay, well, be careful out there. We don't need any Darrell Jackson injuries
No,
like last
no,
time.
we're not doing it.
Yes,
But,
Listen,
all right,
that
J-Mac.
time's passed for me.
This was a
Thank you,
pleasure.
sir.
Let's you go get warmed
Yeah,
up.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
It is funny looking out and watching everybody shoot. You can kind of tell who's played, who hasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's here just for the vibes.
You can
and
tell
who's
which
here
guys
to
were basketball
act.
players, which ones were football players.
Yes.
Although Brock Oliva looks like a natural out there.
He is in the zone right
He
now.
is.
Oh, yeah, he's fired up.
He knows nothing but the zone.
Yeah.
He's probably on it. He probably about 7 cups of coffee this morning.
And I think he's probably been up since 4. He probably ran Brock's Hill before he came over here.
Kobe Brown's out there. He's still got his jean shorts on. I wonder if he's
Well,
gonna,
he had a jersey
wonder
on
if he's
a
gonna
minute
tune
ago.
him up in jean shorts out there, you know.
But those are
Here we go.
Those are Louis jean shorts.
Oh, only the finest.
Yes.
Only the finest.
Only the finest. I wasn't sure how that was going to work there.
Does it work?
I
Does
didn't
it work? Okay.
We're gonna make it work.
It's gonna fit.
We're joined by one of the namesakes of today's event. Not Mr. Bowers, but Mr. Carroll, Deari Carol. Great to see you back in Mizzou Arena, here for one of your signature events here. But welcome to our Mizzou Storytellers podcast, and thanks for being here. Tell us, I don't know if you can even share with us. Are you on the move in the coaching ranks in the NBA?
Yeah, I actually just signed with Phoenix Suns.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, like a couple of days ago. I'll be on the front of the bench, third assistant. So
Awesome.
Obviously, I'm
Wow.
gonna keep growing and keep moving up.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
It's been a
That's
great
fantastic.
career thus far.
So you've been with Cleveland for a couple years.
No, I was with the Lakers before Cleveland.
Lakers. No, I mean most recently
recently
with
most
Cleveland.
Cavs.
Most recently,
Yep.
yes.
And great season for the Cavs this year, and now going out to Phoenix. So that's really exciting.
That's breaking news here on Mizzou Storytellers
There we go.
podcast.
How about that? There we go.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, before we pop into that, tell us a little bit about this game and what this means to you.
This game means a lot to me. Obviously, these fans, they're the reason why a lot of us people here has had success. Mizzou has a big place in my heart. I think Mizzou really kind of helped me grow into the man that I am and helped my NBA career. So this game means a lot, and I just want to give back to the fans. Obviously, let them see guys who they help impact their career, and that's the reason I really do this.
Absolutely. You've really carved out a career for yourself as a coach in the NBA. What's that experience been like, working for a couple different franchises, working with some of the best players in the NBA? What have you taken away from that experience?
It's been a great experience. From working with Giannis to LeBron to Donovan, it's been great. You take a little bit from each one of them, and you try to add it. And they help me get better, right, as a coach, right? They critique me and let me know what I can do better as a coach. So it's been a great experience. Obviously, it hasn't been a great experience for my wife because she has to keep moving every year.
A lot of moving.
But at the same time, that's a sacrifice you have to make as a coach. And I think I'm happy where I'm at, and hopefully I can keep growing.
Did you see this being your professional path? Like when you went to the league, you were playing, did you ever think that coaching was your end goal?
Towards the end, I did. When I was with Brooklyn, I still could play, but I felt like I was more of a coach to the younger guys, the Karis LeVerts, the D'Angelo Russell, Jared Allen, those guys. So I kind of seen this path early on in my career, but I didn't know all of this would happen so quick. Obviously, my uncle being Mike Anderson, I come from kind of a coaching tree, so I definitely saw it, but I didn't know everything would move this fast.
Yeah, that connection with Mike, what did he inspire you, give you some advice on, launching a coaching career, or what kind of influence has he been on you for that part?
He's been great. Obviously, when I first started, he would have wanted me at St. John's when he was at St. John's, but obviously I wanted to stay in the NBA. He really pushed me, told me I'd be great at it, and gave me encouragement. But who really helped me was my cousin, TJ Cleveland.
TJ.
TJ really helped me. He inspired me a lot to do this, and he said he need more guys like myself, former players who can kind of get into the coaching world, and I haven't looked back since.
Yeah, we were talking to Doug Smith about how his NBA game, or his game in college, would have translated to the modern game really well. He's a big man that could shoot.
Yep.
Your game, you transformed yourself once you went from college to the NBA and became like an elite 3-and-D guy. What was that transformation like? I mean, your body changed. You were a different guy in the NBA.
Yeah, obviously there was a lot of sacrificing. Everybody who goes in the NBA and gets drafted in the first round, they think they're going to be the next LeBron or Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So it's a reality check, and I think me coming here and understanding the reality when my uncle took me from playing the 3 to the 4, and then when I got to the league, I had to make another reality check. So I think Mizzou actually transformed me easier process when I got into the league.
Yeah.
So obviously I had a heck of a career, 3D guy. and hopefully, man, coaching career can go in the same path.
Absolutely. Okay, well, Lawrence just gave us a sign that we need to speed this along. So as one of the captains.
Damari's in charge, too.
He is in charge. This is your event also.
Yeah.
Lawrence doesn't get all the credit, but I think we're going to do warm-ups here pretty soon, or announcements, starting lineup. So, Deari, always a pleasure.
Yes, thank you
Thanks
so
for coming
much.
home. This means a lot. The fans are going to be excited to see you here and see your team play today. It's going to be really fun.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just had first rounder after first rounder after first rounder.
Well. Okay, so we're going to keep this going, aren't we?
Yeah.
Big shout out to Brock Webb. I think we've already said that he's been bringing over our guests, but he's also been the camera deflector.
Protector.
Fortunately, for those that were watching live, we did not have an earthquake. This is a live basketball game warm-up, so there are basketballs all over the place. So,
who's next?
Another first rounder.
Oh my gosh, how about this guy? I'm not sure he's playing today.
No, I don't think he is, but he had a jersey on.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a Sternberg Scoop T-shirt.
There you go. gotta promote the brand. Here you go, Kobe.
We were wondering what happened to your jersey, but then we saw you had to rebrand here from Sternberg Scoop.
Sternberg Scoop, yeah.
We got to get Benny over here so we got it.
He's here.
Yeah, he's
I know.
here.
We might need him to play.
Yeah.
Well, I see they pulled Chase Patton from the crowd.
Okay.
So.
Wow, free agents in the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're really fortunate here to be joined by Kobe Brown, coming off his second NBA season.
Yep.
And I don't think you're playing today, are you?
No, I'm not.
Probably doesn't work with the contract, does it?
They didn't put that in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're here for moral support, of
Yeah.
course,
Yep.
and some star power. But welcome back home. It's great to see you. Tell us about what it's been like in the NBA last couple of years with the Clippers and what that experience has been like.
Yeah, man, it's great to be here, man. But the NBA is it's one of the best jobs in the world, I would say, especially just being able to play basketball and make money. All in all, that's the biggest thing. But it was great for me. We were fortunate enough to make the playoffs. We fell short in Game 7, but it was still a fun time though. Got a lot of great guys on the team.
Well, and you didn't have the easiest path. I mean, you worked through some adversity here.
Yeah.
You were here for some tough years,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah.
Coach Dennis Gates came in. He believed in you. You believed in him, and you got to where you are today. What would you say to Coach Gates? What do you say to Coach Gates?
Just thank you for everything he's done. He did for me and for the team. What he's done for the school since he's been here. But man, it's been a long journey, man. I'm really grateful for him and Coach Martin, both of them guys, man. They both instilled me with different skills that helped me get to where I am now. So I'm really thankful to both of them.
Absolutely.
And how do you feel like that prepared you for the league? We just had Deari here talking about how every first-round pick thinks that they're going to come in and be the all-star.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to rebrand yourself. You got to retrain.
Yeah.
How has what you went through here helped you in your first 2 years at the league?
It's a lot. It helped me a lot, actually. When I first came in, I was fortunate enough to start as a freshman. I didn't play many minutes, but I started the game nonetheless. I was just a role player for like my first 2, maybe 3 years, and then that last year, maybe half of my junior year, I started taking the next step into a bigger role, and it just showed me patience. Just showed me how to be on the grind and keep my mind right and just put my best foot forward every day, and that's really all you can do. What I'm going through now again. So.
That's great. I don't, and I can't imagine that all the guys have that same experience, and they probably don't all have that same patience that you do.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's definitely good to, just humble beginnings, really.
Yeah.
All right, Kobe. I think they're going to want you over there for introductions. So.
Are you on Team Bowers or Team Carroll?
Carroll.
You're on Team Carroll. Okay. We got a little time here then.
We're going live. This is new for us.
It's live. We're fine. What are they going to do?
Fine.
What's they going to do? Fire us?
I know, right.
Man, that's a great event, though.
This is very
So how soon are you playing summer league?
I'll play a couple games.
Yeah, just get out there with some new guys and see how it's going.
Yeah, for sure.
How does it feel to come back as an all-star? As somebody who probably went to events like this, like saw this happen when you were playing here, and now they're like, we want you to come back and be a celebrity, signing autographs.
Right. No, it's crazy. It's definitely a blessing, man. I love this place, and it kind of. I know I'm not old, but it makes me feel old.
You're not old.
Yeah,
No.
I went to eat at Bud's last night, and my guy Joey over there, called me Unc. So that was kind of that was the first for me. So
Well, if it makes you feel better, I think you are, in fact, the youngest person on the roster today.
yeah, me and Marquez,
Yeah.
You might have Des Moines maybe too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the more, yeah.
Speaking of food, you're out in California. What's some of the hot spots that you're digging out there? Like let's talk cuisine. This is also a food show every now and then. Too.
It is every now and then, yes.
I would say like Marathon Burger's pretty good for like fast food, but my overall favorite restaurant is probably Capitol Grill. I think they have them more than just LA though, but yeah, that's one of my favorite restaurants.
Very cool.
Very cool.
All righty.
All right,
Should we let him go?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to cut you loose.
We
Go
don't
over there
hold
for
you up.
introductions. Don't get hurt today.
No, yeah.
We don't need that.
Welcome home.
Welcome
Thank
home.
you for
Thanks,
joining us.
Kobe.
Thanks, Kobe.
Thanks.
All right, so we're doing introductions right now.
Yep.
And
Hey, do you want to turn that camera?
we could do that.
I'll see how it looks.
How does that look? Can you tell?
Can you see?
I think it looks okay.
All right.
It's kind of far away.
You got,
We'll keep the mystique. We'll keep
Yes.
the mystique.
got a nice little crowd today on a
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, Father's Day weekend. I think it helps tremendously that the weather's kind of gross. It's hot and muggy.
Yeah. Well, it's the weekend in Columbia. Of course, it's going to be bad weather.
Right.
Yeah.
It started getting nice Thursday and Friday, so
Okay, so we're going to have to maneuver some guests maybe during the game that are on the bench.
I think we can do that. It
think
sounds like quite a few of them plan on spending time
yeah,
on
time
the
on the bench. Yeah. I think Jason Sutherland might play a little bit, so he'll be out there.
I think he will play a lot of it.
Yeah.
Justin Britt is amped up. I don't know if you've been following him on social media. He's
Yeah.
been in his reels, his story. He's been documenting his shot. He's been working on his shot. He never shows the basket.
Okay. Okay. So you just see the shot.
We're
not-
just seeing the
he's
shot.
a shooter,
So
not a
we don't-
maker
yeah,
necessarily.
we don't know what's actually going in the basket.
How about this guy, Ricky Paulding, in the house? We just talked about him on the podcast the other day.
We
Yeah.
did.
Lawrence was hopeful
Really-
that he would make it.
really
so he-
prolific
he
career
was
over
able
in
to pull
Germany.
it off.
There is a town named after him now.
That's right. And it looks like he can still play some. So
Well, he's still around basketball all the time.
yeah, yeah. Big ovation for our guy J-Mac.
J-Mac. He's wearing number 9. Surprise, surprise.
That's good. That's good. Did he
Yeah.
get his phone? Oh, he did. He came over
Yeah,
and got
he
his
did,
phone.
yeah.
Okay. That's good.
I'm glad that I could be that safe space.
You know,
He came over and he put it down.
when you're
I'm
in
like,
charge
what
of
are we
our
doing?
letter winners. That's part of the
Yep.
job. You hold the phone sometimes.
I know. This
There's
is
Doug,
like
Big Doug Smith.
Doug Smith.
He is Nurse Molly's favorite all-time player. I believe there was a giveaway
She's standing ovation from Nurse
got
Molly
that.
for Doug Smith.
when she was growing up here in Columbia. There was a giveaway. They had like a Doug Smith mask, and you wear it to the game. Then kind of creepy if you think about it.
Oh
but
my
I believe she still
That is
has
so,
it at her
that is
parents'
so,
house.
That is so early 90s.
It
Like
is.
all of the Halloween
You like poke the
costumes.
eyes out.
Yes.
You wear it to the game. She should have brought it today. I don't know why she. Do you still have your Doug Smith mask? Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. that was
Multiple. Wow.
That was a look of, why would you ask?
We
Of
should have had
course
him
I
sign
have it.
those.
Should have worn that with her Stevie Nicks sweatshirt.
Yeah. Oh, we're pulling out the hits today.
Pulling out the hits.
How much coaching are we expecting from Coach Pinkel today? We could get him as a guest, can't we?
I don't know. Oh, Coach Alden is here. Coach
Yep.
Mike Alden, one of our 2025
There you go.
Mizzou Intercollegiate Athletics Hall of Fame inductees.
That's right.
We have two playing. He's coaching, and then Brock Olivo's
Brock
here.
Olivo going in.
Just so everybody knows, Coach Pinkel is rocking the visor. He is
Oh, of
Yes.
course he
rocking
is.
the visor.
Of course he is.
Indoor visor alert for Coach Pinkel.
We had a conversation about a Coach Pinkel visor in a meeting the other day about I can't say about what, but just as it's an artifact of Mizzou football history. There he is.
Yeah.
How about that? Looks great. Coach looks great.
Standing ovation.
Standing ovation. I
Standing
believe it's the first
ovation.
universal standing ovation today.
Yes. Doug Smith
Now
got
they haven't.
Nurse
Now, in
Molly,
fairness, they
but-
haven't introduced us yet.
Obviously.
So,
So when this is awful. You were in Vegas for Coach Pinkel's Hall
Yeah,
of Fame, right?
I was there,
that,
yeah.
that was before you worked here.
yeah.
It was really funny because all of the pictures promoting that in the video was him with the visor on.
Yes.
And Missy told us that she was really worried they weren't going to put any of the good visor photos in there. I mean, there's no Gary Pinkel without the visor.
Yeah. There was one game it was raining during his career and he wore a cap instead of a visor. And I've seen the photos and it looks really strange.
Everybody's got their look.
Kevin Rutland.
There's Kevin Rutland.
Hey, Coach Gates is here. Can he be a guest on the podcast?
Oh, where's
today?
Coach Gates?
He's right behind us.
Let's get him.
Open invitation.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
get him.
We can get Coach Nutt on.
Oh, I would love. I just want.
Coach Nutt was sitting courtside here a minute ago.
We were talking about that in our office one day. Is that I could do a podcast of just Coach Nutt telling stories.
Yeah.
And that would get me through a whole road trip.
Oh, it's so good.
It's amazing.
He's one of the best.
And they have twists and turns. You think you know where the story's going, and then you don't, and then it just changes.
I know.
Coach Nutt was the easiest person I've ever interviewed. Ask him 2 questions and he'd go for a half hour.
Yep. There was a fundraising event that we went to a couple years ago that he was speaking. He wasn't asked any questions. We just told him to speak for 3 to 5 minutes, and I think he spoke for 15.
Yeah, he's
But they're engaging. The stories are. You want to keep listening. You want him to keep talking.
sure. It's a special talent that he has.
Recent
Yeah.
alum
we've got.
Kamoy Hodge just got introduced. You
Very
know.
nice. Yeah,
Does he
We've
still
got-
hold the SEC steals in a season record?
I think he does. Yeah.
He didn't win Defensive Player of the Year, though,
He
did he?
No.
That's-
Nope. No, he didn't.
I wonder why. What's up with that?
What are we doing?
I've got Brock pulling somebody from the crowd to come chat with us for a minute here while all the introductions are happening.
Oh, I see who you're talking to.
He has said that he would love to be just like an extra host on the show, just bantering and chatting.
He would be a repeat guest, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
If I know where he's going.
It was a real.
Oh, tough sell.
Really, like this next guest jumped out of his seat
Man.
with excitement.
Well, he thinks
to come
there's like
down here.
he thinks you get paid if you appear.
Yeah,
probably.
he's very, very excited.
He was also pre-NIL.
What was his three-point shooting percentage? We should bring it up again. I thought he was in the 30s.
Was he in the 37%? We're trying to remember. What was your three-point shooting percentage?
Ask Dave.
Well, that's what
Dave, go
He's
ahead.
in the high 30s, right? High
we
30s.
gotta turn the
We
camera.
gotta turn the
Brett.
camera back.
High, low. It was in the 30s.
A little bit more. Perfect.
There we go.
As our dedicated
So you guys
listener.
have officially run out of people to talk to. Is that
Well,
what we're?
Well, they're all
We're at
being
that
They're all
moment in the
kind of
show?
busy right now,
Yeah.
so we thought we'd go like higher level and get a really special guest.
And we're all about making dreams come true. And you mentioned that you would love
you.
to come banter with us.
And apparently
appreciate
it was
that.
a really tough sell when Brock went up and asked you to come on. I mean, you were out of your seat before he got up to you.
Me? What? Somebody wants to talk to me? Yeah.
Well, Brad, you've been around Mizzou basketball a long time. Just to see some of our former guys come back, both sports really, and the fan reception to these guys. What do you take away from that? Just seeing how these guys have still carry a lot of weight around here.
Well, first and foremost, I'm a fan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And having been in a lot of these guys, I was living in Warrensburg, Missouri, at Central Missouri. They were legends, right, throughout
Yeah.
the state, even if you weren't a Mizzou fan. And so, you know, I'm kind of fanboying here myself, you know, along with everybody else. It's just really cool to see these guys come back and still have the presence and the name recognition that they had. It shows you the weight that Mizzou athletics carries throughout the state.
Without a doubt.
And as we were just talking to Kobe, and I asked him, I said, what does it feel like to come back as a celebrity now?
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you were here and you saw this thing's happening, you saw all these legends and you heard of them, and now you're one of them. And it was just cool. I mean, he said it's just humbling.
Right.
And I think you see all of them have kind of that same reaction. Like, it's really cool to just come back and see old faces and play for the crowd.
Without a doubt. So curious, Dave, you've been
Yeah.
around maybe the longest here.
Yeah.
Who are you most excited about seeing here?
You know, I really appreciate the guys who, and they all do, but appreciate being here so much and what this experience meant to them. Like, Marcus Golden's one of my favorites of all time. Like, there's just a joy about him when you're around him.
I think you're one of his favorites.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
grabbed
well-
the photographer to take a picture with Dave.
With Dave? Well, I
Yes.
mean, Dave's a big deal.
Yeah.
Dave is a big deal.
No, but I mean, all these guys, from Henry Josie, you know, Chase Kaufman, some of them are around all the time, and then some just make special appearances like today, like Deari. You know, he's got a pretty busy life these days, but you can tell this still means something to him. So I love seeing all these guys. It's some of them I don't know or weren't around a whole lot, but It's just a special group. Brock and Corby. I mean, to see those guys who were icons here when I was in school,
Right.
and to see them, come back. Brock, of course, coaches here, but it just means so much to them.
Speaking of the legend himself,
There you go.
Mr. Mizzou, Mike Alden.
Yep.
We're going to see what kind of coach he is today. I'm not sure how many X's and O's he's going to be drawing up.
I don't know. I mean, he's hired a lot in his day. You figure
saying,
he might have learned something through the years.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
his work family tree is pretty strong.
Pretty good.
Right.
Some strong
The
branches on
Army.
there.
Alden's Army.
The Army.
Oh,
Okay.
we got the national anthem.
We have the. Should we?
Do we stand for that? I don't
Well,
know.
we are live, so.
I have
All right.
never seen anything so awkward in my life as Dave Matter trying to stand
She
up.
was pretty
and be
darn
comfortable.
good.
I don't have a lot of leg room.
The look on Corby Jones's face right now as she was singing that national anthem is worth the price of admission.
She was good.
She was really good.
I wasn't sure what we were supposed to do there, to be honest. What does Mike Kelly do during the?
I don't- yeah, like do
comes
broadcast
in?
guys.
Stand and honor America.
Oh, I know
You-
that
you
part,
did
but
everything right.
I didn't know if we
Yeah.
were supposed to keep talking.
Nope.
Our millions of listeners, viewers right now.
I am
Millions.
extremely curious to watch Demoy Hodge just absolutely destroy these old dudes.
Yeah.
I am equally excited to see some of these old dudes think that they can keep up with Demoy Hodge.
I am hoping we don't have another Jarrell incident.
No.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Let's knock on wood. We've,
Yeah,
you're right.
We've
Thank
said
you.
it. We've said it too many times.
I don't want them
Thank
like
you.
hurtling into our table either.
Well, that's why they're doing a 3-point contest
Yeah.
instead of a
There's
stuff
also
dunking contest.
there's also a dance contest.
I am so excited for that.
For those
Really?
watching,
There
if you're
is.
not watching,
It's,
you're listening to this in the future. We are literally
future.
8 feet from the baseline, so
I think the
we
corner
are
of
we
our
are in
table
the
actually
danger
put-
zone. So
The
under the
dan-
hoop too.
Is that even 8 feet?
I eyeballed it. I don't know. It's more than 6.
the dance contest is every team has one basketball player, one football player, and then one fan. And then I don't know how we're judging this. Maybe just
I
crowd.
don't know. I
Can we
think
add an MAF staff member? to that?
Ooh,
I'm in.
Think
I
about
mean,
it. Just think about it.
we can do anything we want. I think, right?
Yeah.
So,
Is Doug Smith going to be in the dance-off?
I know who is in it.
I do too.
Lawrence
Oh, is it
asked us to
secret?
keep it a surprise.
Okay. That's
I-
fair.
There is one person in the dance-off.
I believe
that
he
I'm
is.
kind of shocked that because Lawrence told us that he's actually a really good dancer, but I wouldn't.
I want Ziggy Hood and Doug Smith in the dance-off.
We have starting lineups, Coach.
Hey, Coach Gates.
Coach Gates in the house.
Coach Gates. Oh, I thought he was going to stop him.
I
Be
did
a
too.
guest on the podcast.
Yeah, I thought I was getting bounced there for a second. He knew what's up.
So they do one of these at Austin P. You in?
I think they have done this at Austin. I was not invited.
Oh no, you didn't make the cut.
my 31% three-point shooting apparently didn't make the cut.
That's not right.
No, it was. It's not right.
You think that like your dad would have had some pull or something?
What's sad is I think my brother actually organized it.
Oh,
He didn't want to do nepotism. He didn't want to play that card. So.
it just can't be the loose show.
Sad is I think one team only had 4 players.
Well, I was gonna say,
So they went without than with.
Yes. It's like Hoosiers. My team's on the floor.
We're good. We're good, Brad. We're good.
I think Coach Gates needs to check and see if Ricardo Ratliff has any eligibility left. He has aged gracefully.
absolutely. A lot
Yeah,
of
he
these
looks like
guys
he can
have.
still hoop. I'm gonna tell you. Had the chance 2 summers ago to coach the Mizzou TBT team.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And Tony Criswell played with us, and my gosh, that guy can still play some basketball.
Really?
Now, I mean, he's been playing professionally, but
Yeah.
man, just a total new appreciation for the type of basketball player he is, and just a complete team guy, and did all the little things, and man, he was just so much fun to coach.
Yeah. He didn't cross over in your time as coaching here, did he?
No, he did not. Unfortunately, we really could have used him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't mean to.
Among others.
Doug Smith is starting, guys.
Well, yeah. He's got to get the tip.
He's got to start.
I mean, he's Doug Smith.
He's Doug Smith.
Are we broadcasting this live? It feels like we are. I mean, those NBA broadcasts are awkward with 3 broadcasters. We have 4.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah.
I'm getting some static.
Oh,
okay.
I just gotta love it when Brad got excited.
Maybe one of our players might be mic'd up.
Oh, do you
Demoy
think
for
so?
3.
Let's see what we can do.
No.
Okay. There we go.
See,
Are we going to get mid-game guests?
I don't think.
Not
Jason,
that you're not, Brad, but I mean other guests.
I don't think Jason has lost a step.
Sutherland?
Yeah.
Jason's haircut is really on point today.
Yeah.
What's sad is I had to look and see what you were talking about because I'm like I thought he was bald.
Justin Britt as well. Coach Luce.
Yes, Justin is a good-looking man.
Oh,
that
not
was
a
not a
good
good-looking
not
man.
a
tough
good-looking
off the
man.
glass there.
Uh,
You don't learn that touch in the NFL. So
No.
unfortunately.
look at that. Look at Doug Smith with the
okay.
post up.
Oh. Come on,
Uh-oh.
let him have it,
Oh,
Demoy.
Demoy with his first steal of the game. Oh,
Oh.
okay, Lawrence.
Uh-oh.
Pressure's
Are
on.
we gonna see a
Go
dunk?
Lawrence!
Oh, he still got up.
He still got it.
Still got up.
All
Usually
right, somebody get some ice for
He
Lawrence.
gives us 1 a game. I think that was it.
Yeah.
I think that was the one.
I wish I could dunk. Brad, did you ever dunk in a game?
Never in a game. In warm-ups, I did get one, though.
Yeah.
Did you really?
I
Like an
did.
alley-oop or a straight on your own?
Just straight. I've done both. I can go both ways. Dave, you got to get into a game first before you can dunk in a game,
Okay.
by the way.
Oh, hey, Brock. You
Played
Marcus
plenty.
Golden.
You played plenty.
Marcus Golden.
What
Yeah,
do we-
Yeah.
we'll see if we can get Marcus over here
There
before
he
he gets
is.
real sweaty.
Before he
Yeah.
requested an appearance, but he would
Nobody's
like to do it
moving.
before he gets too sweaty.
Yeah, we have to contain our excitement. Remember,
Oh,
these are set for podcast audio levels, not fan
sorry.
levels. Everybody,
Oh,
just
okay.
remember.
Okay.
Don't
What
say
kind
you're
of-
sorry. I
what-
was just joking.
oh, hey, my other
What
ear
I've
kind
just
got
of-
came
both
in.
yeah.
ears now.
How about that?
Maybe we knocked it into excellence.
I can actually hear
sometimes I
now.
say submission, but now I guess we did it to
I'm going to be
excellence.
honest, guys. I couldn't hear pretty much anything Kobe Brown said during his interview.
Oh,
so,
I heard him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just kind of smiled, nodded everything he said.
That is the magic of technology.
Yeah.
That is wild. I have no idea why. Hey, I knew what I was doing though. I know what I'm
Brad,
doing
Demoy's not living up to your hype right now.
He's not. He's letting me down.
here. He did get
Demoy
he did get a
and
steal.
the podcast set have let me down.
Oh.
No, it's set. What are you talking about?
Well, it's not game ready.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Oh.
We're still
the
learning.
tables were taken up by the DJ and the.
I know.
this is only our
PA
second
announcer.
live podcast ever. We did one at the spring football game back
Okay.
when those
Criswell.
were a thing.
All right, I'm
There he
bouncing.
is.
I'm
All right,
bouncing.
thanks, Brad.
Thank you for
Thanks,
having
Brad.
me on.
Thanks, Brad.
It's been a joy.
Oh, okay, there we go. Nothing but net.
All right. Now we are joined by the man, MG, the pride of Afton High School in St. Louis,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me today.
Marcus Golden.
So we've been having everybody tell us what they're up to now. You are recently retired, which is a strange thing to say to somebody in their 30s.
Yes.
Recently retired. What are you up to now?
Yes, recently retired, so trying to get used to not playing football no more after playing so long.
But it's been a blessing. I've been able to hang out with my kids more, spend a lot of time with them, and that's been the most wonderful thing of it all. And then I do real estate and stuff like that, so I've been able to work on my own business and kind of start my businessman venture.
Oh man, that's great. I would definitely buy a house for Marcus Golden.
Absolutely. On name alone, are you on benches? Are you on benches or billboards anywhere?
Nah. Not, it ain't that. It's something like, man, I just was investing in real estate while I played. And I got a lot of property, so if not to buy, but if you need somewhere to live, you want me to rent it out, I got you somewhere in the St. Louis area.
Yeah, he's not selling to
Now,
us.
you told me when you came down for a game last year, a football game, that you had a chance to maybe come back and play again last year. You had there's some offers, and was that a tough call to make that decision that I'm officially done, even though somebody still believes I can play?
Yes, it's always tough, man. It's going to always been tough. When you love the game as much as I loved it and the work you put in, you're going to miss it forever. You got to accept that. But the good thing about me, every time I had the opportunity to play the game, I played at a high level and gave it my all. So when you finally retire, man, you get to sit down, you chill with your kids. Then you watch an NFL game, you see guys getting hit too hard. You be like, all right, I'm going to chill out and just take care of my kids and be a better dad. So it's been awesome, man.
That's great.
Yeah.
You think you'll get the itch that a lot of these guys get now that you're out? You think you're going to start coaching?
Man, I always said, when I first started playing, I said I was going to be a coach. And then, man, when you play and dedicate your life to football how I did, man, you retire. You be like, you know what, maybe I need to enjoy the fruits of my labor before I go right into coaching. I might coach one day. My son, he pretty good, so I might coach one day, but right now I'm just enjoying it being a fan.
Yeah, well, you've earned it, no doubt. Your journey here, we like to tell everybody our guest story, and your story is a unique one and a great one. You know, you had to go the junior college route before you got a chance to get on the field here, but once you got here, for my time covering Mizzou, I don't know if I ever got to know a player who appreciated the opportunity more than you did once you got to put that jersey on and be part of Coach Pinkel's program. And years later, reflect on that. What did that opportunity mean for you?
Oh, it meant a lot, man. Everybody say that because everybody got to remember my brother, Sherman Golden, man, he got an offer from Mizzou as a freshman at Afton.
Yeah.
And me sitting there, and that's my roommate, and my whole family happy. So I'm a sixth grader. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to Mizzou too then, man. So that's where that passion came from, man. My brother started it when we was real little kids. I always wanted to come up here. I was desperate just to come up here and play football at this program and also just to see how good the players were. So once I got here, man, it was all about just don't act like you don't want to be here. Don't act like – I call it being too cool. A lot of guys too cool nowadays. It's like, man, when you get to where you want to go, you go ahead and give it your all. Sweat. Look ugly out there while you're trying to do it. Fall down and get back up a couple of times to show the people that you're going to keep going. And that was just the mindset of it. I'm not here to be cool. I reached my goal. Let's get this work in and let's get to the NFL.
Yeah, that's great. What a great message.
Great mentality.
Your time here, how did Coach Pinkel and the defensive staff, how did they keep you guys all happy? Because we had some pretty good pass rushers at those years, and you couldn't all play at the same time. Whether it was you, Shane Ray, Coney Ely, I mean, those teams were loaded.
Yeah.
What was it like being surrounded by so much talent?
Oh, it was so much fun because at the end of the day, we all want to compete. That's what made it easy. And guys, we were so real. Like if you get up, if you see a guy out compete you like, hey man, that dude, hey, he good. You know, I might see Coney Ely and Michael Sam in front. I might think like, man, I can play. But when you watch them play out there, it ain't like, oh, they better than me. But it's like, hey, I see why they out there. They balling too. Hey, when they come out and get a break, I'm gonna go in there and do the same thing or do it just as better. And that's the mindset we had, man. We kept each other in line. If you was going soft or not doing what you supposed to do, you was gonna hear it from somebody, man. Yeah. And when you got that type of environment and those type of players, man, it brings out a lot of guys. Everybody got drafted.
Yeah, no kidding, no doubt.
That was such an amazing time in Mizzou football history.
Yeah.
It was just so cool. What did it mean for you to play in the SEC? Like to make that transition and to play on what is now arguably one of the biggest football stages with football conferences. What did that mean, and how did that prepare you for the NFL?
Yeah, that's a great question because I grew up as a kid in St. Louis wanting to come in and play in the Big 12.
Yep.
Right.
I wanted to play against the Texas Longhorns, Texas Tech, OU. So once I got to SEC, I went to JUCO, and that's why I learned about the SEC because I met a lot of people from down south. And Mizzou moved to SEC while I was in junior college. So once we came, I'm like, let's go, man. This is the best football. And, yes, it was exciting, man. It changed just the atmosphere of Mizzou. Anytime you came to the games, whether it was home or away game, you knew, hey, this is high-level football. And I feel like it was great for us. And now to come back and look at it now, we steady winning. We doing good. Drink got the boys rolling. It's impressive. And I'm glad we was able to move to the SEC. I'm glad I was a part of it, too.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Something I've always been curious about, just not even like really football related, but so you get to the league and you start playing with and against these guys that you saw in college. What's it like to have them as your peer now and on a different level, like especially the ones that you ended up playing with that you were beating up the whole time you were at Mizzou? You see these other guys from the SEC, and now they're your teammates, they're your friends. What was that like?
It was normal. It really just normal, man. The football part is a business, man. When you in the locker room, you make to the NFL, it's a business. So it ain't like you walking around, hey, buddy, how you doing? We have fun off the field and stuff like that. But it's so much of a business that I'm not finna come to a locker room. I'm more worried about, hey, I got to make the team. I got to learn these plays. Yeah, I'm not worried about, let me see. Larry Fitzgerald, that was the guy. When I saw him, hey, what's up with you? Hey, but I got to study. So it wasn't like, hey, I'm playing with all these guys. So it's like, hey, I'm trying to compete against these guys. And hopefully later on in the year when I learn my plays and stuff, we could be friends. But right now, I'm here to make the team.
I think that's something that people don't think about. I mean, it is a job.
Yes, it is.
You are still playing, and that's great, and that's every kid's dream job.
Yes.
But you are going to work every day.
Yeah, usually the guys that go in there worried about all the star players and stuff like that, they don't be there too long. Yeah. So you don't want to be that guy. You want to come there, man, and get to work. And if you happen to build a relationship as you go later on, man, that's a part of it. But when you first get in the league, you got to stay focused and locked in.
That's cool.
There's a guy I wanted to ask you about because he reminded me a lot of you. He was a great ambassador for Mizzou's program, great defensive player, and then he goes to Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Darius Robinson reminds me a lot of Marcus. Yeah. A lot of same characteristics. Had a lot of injuries his rookie year, but I don't know if you know Darius, but what do you think his future is in the NFL?
Yeah, I know him. I talked to him, man. Great guy, like you said, man. I was able to meet him out in Arizona. Got to talk to him. He was talking Mizzou football. Love Mizzou just like me. And, man, he just got injured, man. That's part of the program. Yeah. That's part of the process. And it can happen to anybody, man. Yeah. So you can't feel sorry for yourself. You got to go ahead and work hard, which I know he will. He got to work hard and get back out there. And I think Calais Campbell, my boy Calais Campbell, he back with the Cardinals. With the Cardinals now. And Darius, that's a great mentor for him. So I see Darius having a big year this year. I kind of bet that he was going to have a big year last year. Yeah. So I don't want to jinx him, man. But I think he's going to have a real big year, man. He's going to be injury free and he's going to dominate.
Yeah, that's great. All right. We're gonna cut you loose so you can get in the game here. Any predictions on how you're gonna stack up with these guys?
Hey, as long as I get a couple points and a couple rebounds, I'm good.
Okay.
and I walk out without my ankles hurting. I'll be all right.
You're one of our first celebrity alumni to say that they actually want to rebound.
Yeah.
So I think you have a good chance.
Appreciate you.
There might be a few missed shots out there.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marcus. Hey, Chase Kaufman's just draining threes.
I know.
By the way.
I just saw that.
Did you see any of those?
The only thing I saw was Nurse Molly looking. I thought somebody had gotten hurt. It's because somebody took Corby Jones out. He was on the ground.
Oh, no. Is he all
right?
right?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
I think it was just like a collision, and he was laughing as he got back up.
Yeah, he looks fine.
Yeah.
Just a little winded.
But yeah, it was. There's a few guys that aren't exactly jogging. Oh, we got Chase Patton in the game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of knee braces and knee wraps out there.
Yes.
So everybody's playing smart. Everybody's playing smart out there.
I think we're gearing up for one of our contests coming up. There's some cones showing up around a.
Oh yes, there's some kind of an obstacle course, I believe.
Oh, that's right. Well, great to see so many folks. I just saw Laird Beach in the house.
Yep. We got Laird Beach. We got. I think what's really cool too. Coach Gates is walking around just saying hi to all the fans.
Oh yeah.
He's just visiting with everybody.
He's going to see that open headset here any second.
I know, right?
Just come on and make his Storytellers debut.
He's been itching. Oh.
Brock Olivo with the deflection, all-out effort, all out.
I like that he's wearing his number 27 too.
He just wanted it more.
Scrappy.
It just means more, Steve.
Okay, Larry Roundtree. Larry Roundtree was going way too fast for everybody.
Fresh off his appearance on Mizzou Storytellers, Marcus Golden on the court. I'm not even sure there was a timeout.
I don't think there was. I think he got back and they were like, man, where you been? We need you to go in.
Yes.
Oh.
Not a great pass. Lawrence Bowers almost takes Coach Pinkel out.
Look at Coach Pinkel. He's got the leg up.
Yeah, he's not calling a lot of plays, it doesn't appear.
You think the refs are going to call 3-second violations in this game?
We do have real refs here, they don't?
I know. I recognize this guy.
Gold, get in there.
Marcus Gold with the bucket.
Within 3 minutes of talking to us, he's already scored his first basket of the game.
Who wants to score next? Come talk to us.
Olivo with the ball
Look at
down
Olivo
inside with the assist. to Chase Pat.
Dr. Chase Pat.
I don't know. Did Brock? I don't know
Maclin
if Brock
bringing it
played
up.
high school basketball at Washington.
Brock Olivo?
Yeah, I don't know if he did.
Oh,
look at Marcus
what a
again.
pass.
Oh.
Oh, tough off the glass.
Yeah, little too
D
much.
lineman hands. That's okay. That's okay.
I would assume so.
I don't know if he
feel
did.
like I feel like athletes of our age played everything.
Yeah, they weren't like doing their
They didn't
specialty
specialize
camps
in
in the off-season.
12.
All right. So after one quarter, Team Bowers is leading 25-19.
It's still a close game. It's still a close game.
Here's our friend here from 573 Tees.
I know. Hey.
Mickey Merritt.
Mickey made our sweatshirts, our hoodies.
That's right. His daughters,
yeah.
Marley and Michaela, also in the house. Shout out to his wife, Emily.
All right,
Oh,
what do we have here?
I was like, what's Benny
Oh,
doing?
Benny Buckets is going to make a movie, or maybe. Maybe not. He's rocking the
He's
Phil
looking,
Pressey
he's
jersey.
thinking,
I think he wants to appear as a guest. I think he's campaigning.
Well, I told him that he got to be ready. I said, if you got that Pressey jersey on, nobody's going to notice that Phil's not here. They're going to think
True.
it's Phil.
That's true. I don't think anybody's ever mistaken Benny Buckets for Phil Pressey, but
And then Ben Sternberg, just for those of a certain age,
Yes.
he is rocking the crisscross style of jersey. He's wearing
Yes.
it backwards. He's wearing a Phil
It's
Presley
amazing.
Celtics jersey backwards.
Oh, we got
comes
some.
Well,
Some friends from the crowd.
Deputy Director of Athletics Eric Morrison in the
think-
house.
I think we want to get maybe one or two more guests.
Yeah, I
What do
think
you
so. Then we'll
huh?
call it a day and enjoy the rest of the game. Got to gear up for the gala tonight.
Oh, yes. I'm very excited.
Might need an afternoon nap.
You guys are both going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting. That's great.
What is that?
No, it is. I don't know. What do you want me
Oh,
to say?
good for you.
I might even wear my cotton bowl ring, Steve.
Hey, yeah. with the matching fanny pack holder too.
It's my satchel.
It's a satchel.
I did bring
It's a
it
satchel.
today.
It's his verse.
I did. Hey, there he is. You're live
Hey,
on the
Brock.
podcast, Eric Morrison.
Will you go get us a surprise guest? Grab
Fetching
anybody.
guest.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it, but he was on camera. So.
Oh, well, he'll know when he watches the replay tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
sure he'll find time on Father's Day to.
Tomorrow, he'll watch it as soon as he gets home.
Happy Father's Day to all
Yeah,
the
happy
early
Father's
Father's
Day.
Day to
Happy Father's Day, guys.
all the dads out
Happy
there.
Father's Day, Chuck Sowers, Tom Breck.
Big Dave Matter. He might be watching. If it's on Facebook, he's probably watching.
Scott Sowers.
Oh, I
I
should've
guess my
told-
brother's a father too.
I should have told my mom and dad about it. My mom watched every single one of my volleyball games that were Facebook live streamed in
Oh,
my
really?
tournament a couple weeks ago.
All right. What do we need? We need Brock Whip to go
He
get
is.
a
He is.
non-participant.
I told
In
him
the,
to. I told him to surprise us.
Okay. We can get Miss Chivas on as a guest, but she looks busy.
She is. She's hustling.
I did ask where her husband, why he's not
New
playing.
York.
Yeah, he's out of town, so
Yeah,
he was not
he's
available
visiting
today.
his mom. He came by the office the other day. Said he was going to New York to visit his mom
Oh.
for a
He should
couple
play in-
months,
he could-
actually.
he could play in this.
Oh, I think we got Ricky Paulding coming.
Oh, good guest. There's the wonderful Violet Lewis. We could get her on as a guest, but she's busy today. She's got 2 cameras. Look at her.
I know, that's hardcore. She got the roster card in her back pocket. She's ready to go.
She's a superstar.
I feel like
One of
creatives
the
like
great,
to stay behind the scenes.
One of the great hires from Mizzou Athletics.
Oh my God, who hired her?
I don't know. Smart man.
Yep. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
You
just
busy?
kidding.
Okay. False alarm.
Oh man, Lawrence Bowers
Oh,
just
dang. All right.
laying down the law.
Okay,
out
well, that
there.
was
Go
we
get-
had
go
Ricky
get
Paulding
somebody.
for
Go get
about half a
Ricardo.
second as a guest.
Yeah. We're not really sure what they're doing, actually. I think it's just
Aren't-
a just a ploy for everybody to get more rest before they have to play again. Yeah.
Said if I make a 3, I told the kids this morning, if I make a 3, I'm going to listen.
And you did.
You made one. You made one. You're live on the
You're
podcast
live,
right
yeah,
now.
we're podcasting
You
right
want to put the
now.
headset on while you
Oh,
talk?
yeah, why
You
don't
want to
you
put the
get
headset on while you
You don't have
talk?
to sit down. Just pop it on. Yeah.
Get up here and make another 3
Okay.
here in a minute. But JoJo said that would be embarrassing for me. 5-year-old.
Oh.
Oh.
No, come on.
Do they know how cool their dad is?
No, not until people were coming through the line and saying we went to school together.
How about Chase Kaufman just jumping on the podcast?
Yeah.
Just a quick cameo. A quick cameo in between
That
drills.
It is so funny to think about that. Like I work hard to embarrass my children all the time. Mine are 9, and I still don't think I've fully embarrassed them enough.
So
Good.
Lawrence vetoed our appearance by Ricky Paulding.
Right.
He's busy. But instead,
you
we
put the
have
headset on.
the great Ricardo Ratliff.
Yeah. You just put it on like a pair of Beats.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Ricardo Ratliff, welcome. This is our Mizzou Storytellers podcast.
Yep.
All right, good to be back. Thanks for having me.
It is great to have you. Tell us, we're kind of starting every guest. Where are you living these days? What are you up to?
I'm back home now in Virginia, and I'm still playing.
Yeah.
Going back to South Korea in August. This will be year 14 for me.
Wow.
And out of that 14, I've had spent 13 years in South Korea. So I got naturalized after year 6, so I'm a dual citizen.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm headed back to Korea.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Just watching you out there, I made the comment we need to check and see if you have any eligibility left. 'Cause you're clearly still playing.
Yeah, I'm still
High
playing.
level.
So, yeah, let me know if I do. Then I'll be right back.
Okay, you can cash in on some NIL and, get all
yeah,
that done.
man, making money now, so it's perfect timing for me to make a comeback.
Well, what has that experience been like in South Korea? I mean, how big is basketball there, and just what's your lifestyle like there?
South Korea is great. I think, what we've been seeing, me and my family, my daughter was born there in 2015. What we've been seeing, I think the world is seeing it now with South Korea because you guys are able to see how good they are with the cosmetic skincare, their music. The food is really big now. So, and it's a super clean country. They don't have drugs. They don't have guns. So it's really low on crime. So that was big things for me to find a destination and just settle down. I didn't want to be like most overseas players bouncing around from country to country. I just wanted to find somewhere to settle down, have my family there, stay there, be comfortable. But, South Korea is great, man. And as far as basketball, I feel like basketball is the second. I think it's a baseball country.
Yeah.
But I still feel like basketball is on the up.
Yeah.
I think in Asia, it's a little bit harder for basketball because they are not as athletic as we are here in America. So when they bring guys like us, it's kind of like us foreign players, we're really big, so it's kind of harder for them to relate to.
Yeah.
I feel like with sports like soccer or baseball, like they're kind of the same size, so they can kind of relate to those sports more. But I feel like basketball is definitely getting bigger and bigger, and it's just only up from here. And, I really enjoy it. I started there, so I definitely want to retire there. And, after that, if I get a coaching job there, then I'll stay. Or if I get a coaching job here back home, then just matters of what's the best circumstance then for after my career is over.
Sure.
Are you guys a bilingual household now?
Nah. We I picked up on the language, but not fluent. But I definitely picked up on it just from being there so long. But my daughter, she studies it. She's not fluent either, but I feel like we pretty much the same level as speaking it. Like we can get around, we can carry a little conversation, but definitely not fluent though.
Yeah. How much time do you spend over there a year? How many months out of the year are you in Korea?
Well, I just actually ended. I retired from the national team year and a half ago. But when I was on the national team, I didn't have any time home. Probably be 2 or 3 weeks out of the year because after my season would be 8-9 months, and then I had to go straight to the national team for another 2. So but now I'll be home for 3-4 months. I get like pretty much a full summer. Yeah. So now I got some time to. That's why I was able to come here and just show love back. You guys always show so much love for me when I came here, especially for me transferring from a junior college. You guys had me feeling like I was here, my whole college career.
Yeah, what does that feel like to walk back into this building and be here with all these guys? And like, what kind of memories come flooding back?
It feels surreal. It feels crazy. Like seeing we up there signing autographs and people still have my jersey, asked me to sign it, telling me I was their favorite player. Some people was telling me they hope I could come back and train the bigs. Like, please come back and train the bigs. Like we haven't seen a touch like yours. 30 years and stuff like that. So it feels great. And then I think it's even better for my daughter to be able to see that because she sees the love that I get playing in South Korea.
Yeah.
I wanted her to know that, I was a pretty good player here also.
Is this her first trip to Columbia?
It's the second, but,
okay.
The first time she was only 2. So now she can actually remember it.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
So cool.
So what is your game like right now? At your time at Mizzou on that really special team, kind of an undersized big, but you're like the most efficient player in the country as far as scoring goes. How has your game evolved? What is it like in that style?
Yeah, thank you. In the paint, I'm still pretty much the same guy, but I, the game is evolving, so I had to evolve my game too because, like I tell people all the time, this guy's coming out of school every year trying to take jobs like mine. So they want bigs to shoot now, so I shoot the ball, So I try to play inside and outside. I stretched my game out to the three-point line about 5 years ago, and, just trying to make sure whatever time it is with basketball, I make sure I keep up with that, and whatever the coach needs from me now. I'm 36. I'm not a young guy anymore, so I play more of a leadership role also, take a little bit more of a back seat, and make sure that I'm making sure that whoever my teammate is, because they're allowed 2 foreign players on each team, so make sure that he's ready. We're on 2 on the team, but only 1 can be on the court at a time. So,
wow, that's pretty
so
cool.
when I'm not on the court, I'm making sure I'm coaching them up, make sure I'm keeping them encouraged, and just trying to be more of a leader.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Doug looks like he needs another break.
Hey, I'm impressed that he's still out there.
Uh-oh.
Watch out.
Man, these guys too strong, man. These guys strong. They call me big. I'm like, nah. Not even close.
You're out there playing. Can you obviously but can you tell the difference between the ballers and the football guys?
Yes. If they're stronger than me, they don't play basketball. That's my motto.
Well, Ricardo, this was a lot of fun. We'll let you get back out there, but thanks for stopping by.
All right,
it's
thanks for
fun
having
to
me.
see the fans just acknowledge your time here and your contributions on one of the great Mizzou teams we've seen. So,
That's it.
So thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
Y'all have a great one. See
too.
you later.
Thanks,
Thank
Ricardo.
you.
Thanks.
What a neat guy. He's not. I knew he was still playing, but man, that long of a career, longevity.
When he said 14 years, and that's where I start to feel old. I'm like, no, he hasn't been gone for 14 years.
Right.
Well,
I just, they age
Kobe
me.
Brown says I'm old. Okay, Kobe.
So Logan, my daughter that's here, shout out, she looks a little bored.
Yeah. Well.
But yesterday we were shopping, we were walking around, she dropped something, and she bent over to pick it up, and she goes, oh, I'm getting too old to bend over like that. Let me remind you, she just turned 9 on Sunday.
Well,
It
what do
catches up to you, doesn't it? Just time is undefeated, even for 9-year-olds, I guess.
Doug Smith's still out there.
Yeah, he is.
He's not.
He's stayed within like a
he's
6 foot
He's kind
bubble.
of
Yeah.
cherry picking a little bit.
Some guys, when they get older, when they play, they go 3-point line to 3-point line.
Yeah, that's fine.
Doug's just doing 1 3-point line.
Yeah, he's logo to logo. Yeah.
I don't even think he's local.
There's Demoy with the 3.
I think he's like end line.
Oh, no,
He
he's
must
running.
have hurt us.
He's
He
running.
must have hurt us. Now he's at the other 3-point line.
That was
there
the
we
best. That was the best old person fast walk to look like a
Yes.
jog.
Yes.
J-Mac from 3. Look at that.
He can do it all, guys.
Doug trying to go for
Doug Smith
Doug
wants to
trying to go for
travel.
the steal in the
Got
backcourt.
them old tricks.
Demoy's heating up.
All right, Brad's been vindicated.
Yes. It just took him a while. What?
Yep. All right.
Think we're done?
Yeah. I think
Okay. I think we're done podcasting.
All right.
What
I
do you
think
think?
this was so fun. I mean, yeah, obviously we could go the whole time and interview all the guys.
Yeah. Well, we'll set some. We'll schedule some appearances for them to come back
Absolutely.
this summer and this fall.
Yeah.
And we'll get Coach Gates on
I've talked
here.
to quite a few of them, and they're ready.
All right.
All right, let's see if Doug Smith
Doug
can
from
take us
Three.
out on a 3.
Ah, man, that would have been.
All right, we're going to end
Ready.
on a make.
Let's pretend
That's
like he did.
everything else.
Yeah,
we
we'll
got to
end on a make.
We got to end on a make. All right.
Might
Okay.
take a while.
We'll see how long the podcast lasts. Next make is when we do the sign
Gamillion and
off.
Hodge played together. They
There's
should
Hodge.
at multiple
Not
schools.
quite.
All right, elbow here.
Those are two captains against each other. What are we
Behind
doing
the
here?
back. All right, let's get a dunk.
Come on. I don't think they're taking this very seriously.
Go
Trey
Million
Million with the
dunk. And on that note.
On that note, you know what, Loretta? Our best Mizzou moments have yet to happen.
That's what I've heard.
This is Mizzou Storytellers.
I'm Loretta Jones.
I'm Dave Matter, and
Steve Sowers.